Hello everyone, welcome to my channel SW Metro official channel.
Christine says when Kody took her V, she cried. Virginity. Kody Brown and Sister Wives star Christine Brown were wed for over 30 years. Together, they produced 6 children, and she became his third polygamous wife. They experienced many highs and lows in their marriage, though, and it was never a bed of roses. In her recently published book Sister Wife, a memoir of faith, family, and finding freedom, Christine revealed a number of personal secrets. The reality TV actress disclosed that she was a virgin when she married Kody in one of these segments. She believed that after marriage everything would be perfect, so she reserved her first kiss for her spouse. On the first night of their honeymoon, as Kody took her, she let out a painful cry. Just like her first night with her husband, she expected much more from him, but all she found in her marriage was heartache and tears. The kink of Kody is revealed by Christine Brown. The shocking realities of Sister Wives star Christine Brown's marriage to Kody are finally being revealed. She reveals Kody's peculiar bedroom quirk and his domineering behavior behind closed doors in her memoir. Kody frequently wanted hour-long massages to turn him excited, but Christine stated that he never reciprocated. Even worse, Christine felt that Michael had betrayed her greatly by sharing their private moments with Robin. She further said that, with the exception of Robin, who received lace and luxury, Kody forced his wife to wear full Mormon attire during intimate moments. Fans are now appalled and in disbelief with Christine's disclosures. Sister Wives, Christine Brown says during their honeymoon, Kody made her cry. In her 20s, Christine wed Kody. She had a lot of expectations for life when she was a little girl. She disclosed that she was hoping for a memorable first night with her spouse. They slept in a castle-shaped motel close to Ogden, Utah, during their honeymoon after the wedding. Despite being a virgin at the time, she did not have a wonderful first sexual encounter with her husband. Quite the opposite, it was terrifying. She cried because it hurt so bad. She endured a great deal of suffering despite Kody's apology for hurting her. Because there was little intimacy or foreplay beforehand, Christine confessed that her experience was negative. Since Kody had experience and she was completely new to intimacy, she had higher expectations of him. She even expressed to him her desire for a lovely encounter and her husband's love for her, but nothing came of it. They didn't try again because she was in so much pain for the remainder of the honeymoon. Christine went on to say that 2 years into their marriage, she had her first orgasm. After a while, she started to enjoy intimacy with Kody as things started to settle into rhythm. Gradually, they traveled, danced, sang in the vehicle, went on amazing dates, and simply enjoyed each other's company. She counted even though her first orgasm was an accident. In retrospect, she sees that her marriage was doomed from the start. Christine Brown makes bold statement if daughter had died. Christine Brown discussed the moment she learned Truly was sick in her recent book. Sister Wives first aired in 2010 and focuses on the polygamous Brown family. This includes Kody Brown, his current wife Robin, and his former wives Mary, Janelle, and Christine, as well as their children. Christine was married to Kody for around 27 years, from around 1994 to 2021. The two share 6 children and 3 grandchildren together. Since then, Christine has been married to David Woolley since 2023. Recently, Christine Brown also released a memoir, Sister Wife, a memoir of faith, family, and finding freedom. As noted by Us Weekly, the book also discusses a story concerning her daughter Truly, when she was hospitalized back in 2013. Christine told the story at the time that she was out shopping for dresses for the commitment ceremony when her daughter Aspen called to tell her that Truly was ill. She then called Kody, who didn't go to help their daughter. Christine claimed Kody told her, "The girls are there. They can take care of it. I have a lot to take care of at Robin's house." When she returned home, Truly remained sick. Rushing her to urgent care, Christine was then told to take her daughter to the ER for kidney failure. The girl, who was 3 years old at the time, spent 11 days in the hospital. Christine revealed what happened also led to her losing trust in one of the other sister wives. Christine then revealed that she confided in Robin, saying, "If Truly had died, I would have left Kody. Because she didn't matter to him. Because he was more focused on doing laundry at your house than helping our daughter. Kody wasn't there for Truly. He didn't care about me or his oldest daughters, who he left to deal with a scary situation on their own. Christine then revealed that Robin relayed her information to Kody. Kody reportedly got mad at Christine for talking about the situation with Robin instead of apologizing for not being there when we needed him. Christine also noted that this made it hard to trust Robin going forward. She shared, "I felt she betrayed my trust by telling Kody something I said in confidence," noting this was the last time she opened up to her. According to Amazon, Sister Wife, a memoir of faith, family, and finding freedom was released on September 2, 2025. Season 28 of Sister Wives is scheduled to debut on TLC on September 28, 2025, at 10 p.m. Kody Brown to reveal such a fund, with Christine Brown acting as the catalyst who exposes everything, is not merely a juicy piece of fan speculation, it is a narrative crescendo that encapsulates the entire tragic arc of the family's decline, a story of patriarchal control, financial obscurity, the commodification of relationships, and the ultimate reclamation of power by those once deemed powerless. To unpack this is to dissect the core rot that festered beneath the surface of Sister Wives for over a decade, revealing a truth far more compelling than any scripted plot, the weaponization of money and secrecy in a plural family. For years, the financial dynamics of the Brown family have been a source of intense scrutiny and confusion for viewers. The family's income, derived from the TLC show, various business ventures, like MSWC, and real estate, was famously funneled into a complex and often opaque system. Kody frequently presented himself as the ultimate arbiter of the family's finances, with the infamous family pot theory, a communal fund to which all wives contributed and from which all needs were supposedly met. However, numerous instances, from Robin's immediate acquisition of a more expensive home to the stark disparities in the wives' lifestyles, suggested a hierarchy of access that correlated directly with Kody's affections. The existence of a secret trust fund, unearthed by a court order, would be the ultimate vindication of the suspicions long held by Christine, Janelle, and many viewers. It would prove that the principle of one big family was a convenient fiction, a narrative tool used to enforce compliance while Kody, and potentially his legal wife Robin, operated under a different, more self-serving set of financial rules. The catalyst for this legal unveiling would almost certainly be the ongoing and deeply contentious issues of child support and the equitable division of assets following the departures of Christine, Janelle, and Mary. Janelle, in particular, has expressed profound financial frustrations, famously revealing she had little to her name after decades of contribution because assets were tied up in family properties controlled by Kody. In a divorce or separation proceeding involving such commingled finances and multiple parties, full financial disclosure is not a request, it is a mandatory legal requirement. If Christine or Janelle, in their fight for a fair settlement to secure their futures and those of their minor children, suspected the existence of hidden assets or an undisclosed fund, their attorneys would file motions for discovery, demanding sworn affidavits, bank statements, and testimony under oath. Kody's historical evasiveness and his tendency to blame others for financial woes would crumble under the weight of a judge's order. A court does not care about familial rhetoric or television storylines, it cares about facts, figures, and the law. Failure to comply would result in sanctions, contempt of court, or a default judgment against him, leaving him with no choice but to reveal the truth. And here is where Christine Brown transforms from a sympathetic ex-wife into the agent of justice. Her role is not that of a mere petitioner in a lawsuit, it is that of the whistleblower, the keeper of the receipts, and the voice of lived experience. Having been the basement wife for decades, privy to the inner workings and intimate conversations of the family structure, Christine would possess the anecdotal evidence and the personal knowledge necessary to point attorneys in the right direction. She would be the one to testify about whispered conversations, unexplained withdrawals, financial promises made and broken, and the glaring incongruity between the family's stated income and their visible expenditures. Her testimony would expose the human cost of this financial secrecy, the years she spent struggling in a small home with many children while others enjoyed greater luxury, the feeling of her contributions funding a life she was excluded from, and the emotional manipulation of being told there was no money for her needs while simultaneously seeing it allocated elsewhere. The everything that Christine exposes would likely be a multi-layered expose. First, and most damningly, would be the sheer existence of the fund itself, proof that Kody was withholding significant capital from the communal pot. Second would be the source of the funds. Was it siphoned from the TLC paycheck before it ever hit the family account? Was it profits from family businesses that were never properly distributed? Was it derived from the equity in homes owned by other wives? Each possibility paints a picture of profound betrayal. Third, and most explosively, would be the purpose and beneficiary of the trust. The most logical and narratively devastating conclusion would be that the trust was established for Robyn and her children, a tangible manifestation of the favoritism the other wives had long decried. This would confirm their darkest fears, that they were not just emotionally discarded but financially exploited to bankroll the monarchy of Kody and Robyn. It would reveal a long-term plan for security that explicitly excluded the very women who helped build it. The fallout would be apocalyptic for the already shattered family brand. Legally, Kody would face severe consequences. He could be forced to immediately disgorge the hidden funds, adding them to the marital estate to be divided equitably with Christine and Janelle. He could be ordered to pay back support, penalties, and their legal fees. The court's finding of financial dishonesty would irreparably damage his credibility in any future proceedings, including those with Mary. Financially, the revelation could trigger lawsuits from past business partners or even TLC if there were contractual breaches involved. Emotionally, it would be the point of no return. For Mary, who has clung to a thread of loyalty, this would be the ultimate betrayal, severing her last connection. For Janelle, the pragmatic and financial bedrock of the family for so long, it would be a brutal confirmation that her trust and hard work were fundamentally abused. For the children, it would validate their mother's struggles and forever tarnish their view of their father. Ultimately, the image of a court forcing Kody Brown to reveal a secret trust fund, with Christine Brown exposing the truth, is the perfect symbolic end to the sister wives era. It represents the total inversion of the power structure Kody worked so hard to maintain. His authority, built on charisma, control, and financial dominance, is dismantled by the very legal system he exists outside of in his polygamous ideals. The women he underestimated, whose pain he often dismissed as drama, use the tools of the monogamous world he flirts with when convenient: legal marriage, divorce law, financial discovery, to hold him accountable. Christine's journey, from a woman pleading for scraps of affection to a victorious plaintiff exposing systemic corruption, is the show's true redemptive arc. It proves that while Kody may have controlled the family narrative for a time, he is not above the law. And in the end, the truth, like a trust fund dragged into the light of a courtroom, has a way of coming out, forcing a final, irrevocable accounting for a kingdom built on sand.